This is what paradise looks like. It's the promise of escape, of freedom, of a perfect moment frozen in time. We are drawn to the water, to its warmth, its embrace. It's an invitation that feels as old as life itself. But in these waters, in the most beautiful places on earth, there is an invitation that is also a trap. A presence so perfectly designed for inflicting agony that its very existence seems to defy the laws of nature. It is not a monster from the deep. It is a ghost, a living piece of glass and poison. Its name is Chironex fleckeri, the box jellyfish, and it is not just the most venomous creature in the ocean. Many argue it is the most venomous creature on the planet. Its sting isn't a warning. It's a death sentence, delivered in seconds. This video is not for the faint of heart. We are going to journey into the world of this biological paradox. We will understand how it hunts, how it kills, and we will hear the stories of those who have faced it. We will meet the scientists racing against time to unravel its secrets. And at the end, I will show you something few people have ever seen clearly. We will witness, in explicit detail, the exact mechanism of its attack. You will understand why this creature is the definition of evolutionary perfection and terror. Stay with me. Do not look away. To understand the box jellyfish, you must first forget everything you think you know about jellyfish. This is not the slow, drifting blob you see in aquariums. Chironex fleckeri is an athlete, a precision hunter. It can move at speeds of up to 4 knots, faster than you can walk. It can navigate. It can even see. It possesses 24 eyes arranged in clusters of 6 on each of its 4 sides. These aren't just light sensors. Some are complex eyes with corneas, lenses, and retinas, capable of forming images. It is one of the few creatures in the world with 360-degree vision. It is watching, always watching. Let's break down its body, because every single part is a masterpiece of evolutionary weaponry. First, the bell. It's called a box for a reason. This bell is a rigid, muscular structure, up to the size of a basketball. Unlike other jellyfish that simply float, this bell contracts with force, jet-propelling the animal through the water with startling speed and agility. It is a predator that actively chases its prey. Now, from each of the 4 bottom corners of the box trail the weapons. The tentacles. In a large adult, a single tentacle can stretch over 10 feet long, and there isn't just one. There can be up to 15 tentacles per corner. That's 60 tentacles, totaling over 600 feet of biological razor wire. But the tentacles themselves are just the delivery system. The true horror lies within. The entire surface of each tentacle is covered in millions of microscopic structures called nematocysts. And inside each nematocyte is a loaded gun, a coiled harpoon called a nematocyst. The trigger for this harpoon is one of the most sensitive in nature. It's not just pressure. It's a specific combination of chemicals found on the skin of its prey, fish and shrimp, and the texture of the prey's surface. When something brushes against a tentacle, millions of these harpoons fire simultaneously, each injecting a dose of venom so potent it's almost unimaginable. We now enter the realm of the molecular nightmare. The venom of Chironex fleckeri is a complex cocktail of toxins, but one family stands out for its sheer brutal efficiency: the porins. Imagine a toxin that doesn't just disrupt your nervous system, but that physically punches holes in your cells. That's what porins do. They create pores in the cell membranes, causing the contents to leak out. Potassium floods out, calcium floods in. The cell dies instantly. Now, imagine this happening on a massive scale. To the skin, the venom destroys tissue on contact, literally liquefying it. The sting marks often appear as a distinctive frosted ladder pattern, a cross-hatching of white, dead tissue on screaming, angry red flesh. To the blood, it causes red blood cells to rupture, releasing their hemoglobin in a catastrophic event known as mass hemolysis. To the heart, this is the primary killer. The venom is a direct, powerful cardiotoxin. It attacks the heart muscle cells, causing them to contract violently and then go into a state of arrest. It essentially forces the heart into a state of hyperexcited paralysis. This is the physiological reality of a major sting. A victim is not just in unimaginable pain. Their body is being systematically dismantled from the outside in. Their blood is being destroyed. Their heart is being commanded to stop. But statistics and biology can feel distant. To truly comprehend the impact of this creature, we must listen to the human stories. These are the moments where paradise fractured. In 2000, Christine Lee was swimming near the shore in Queensland, Australia. It was a day like any other. She was caught in the tentacles of a large box jellyfish. The venom entered her small body. Witnesses described her screams as unearthly. She lost consciousness within 30 seconds. Despite her father's desperate attempts to save her, she was pronounced dead before she could even reach the hospital. Her life was measured in minutes from the moment of contact. Other stories are of survival, but survival that comes at a cost. Richard was 15 when he was stung. He describes the pain as being dipped in acid and set on fire while being electrocuted simultaneously. The scars on his leg are not just physical. They are a roadmap of the worst day of his life. He still can't go near the ocean without feeling a primal fear. The phantom pain sometimes returns, a cruel memory etched into his nervous system. For decades, the protocol was a desperate race against time. The first aid was counterintuitive. Douse the stung area with copious amounts of vinegar. Acetic acid deactivates the undischarged nematocysts, preventing more venom from entering, but it does nothing for the venom already in the body. The only hope was CPR, sometimes for 30, 40, 50 minutes, manually keeping the victim alive until the venom could hopefully metabolize and the heart could restart on its own. In face of such a potent threat, science has mounted a response. In the tropical waters of northern Australia, a small, dedicated group of researchers risk their lives to study this phantom. They are the ghost hunters. Their work is painstaking and dangerous. They track the jellyfish, study their life cycles, their migration patterns. They have discovered that Chironexes are not mindless drifters. They are territorial. They hunt in specific areas, often near river mouths and mangroves, where their prey is abundant. And then there is the hunt for the ultimate prize, an antivenom. For years, the only antivenom was produced by immunizing sheep with the venom. It has saved lives, but it has limitations. It must be administered immediately, often intravenously, to be effective. It's a treatment, not a cure. But the new frontier is even more fascinating. Scientists are now reverse engineering the venom. By understanding the precise structure of the toxins, particularly the porins, they are trying to design a drug that can block its effects, a molecular shield that could be carried by lifeguards and injected to stop the venom in its tracks, buying the victim the precious time they need. We have talked about the pain. We have talked about the science. But I promised you a closer look. I promised to show you the moment of the kill. To do that, we need to see the world through the jellyfish's 24